Hello beer tubers and happy 25th of December and welcome to the bonus episode of the Master of Puppets Grand Christmas Calendar, joined by
Brett,
Omenomyces and
Tobias, Maker of Macros.
Yes. And as you see right now, we're sitting with some Christmas ornaments in front of us. Nothing is crazy, but this is quite a few days after we shut the well, actually it's very close to Christmas right now.
And slightly more sober than the previous episode.
So we got sent some julmust from Johan in Sweden that he wanted us to try, and I thought it could be a fun little thing to try on the 25th along with some Christmas cookies and talk a little bit about the calendar, what went down. You guys have never had julmust?
Nope.
If you don't know,
you've lived in Sweden.
Yeah,
whoa.
But that was not during Christmas.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So it's a Christmas kind of soda. It's made with barley and hop extract and stuff like this. It's it's almost kind of, like a malt beverage, but it's non-alcoholic. It's sweet. It's more or less like you can get like these malt-based carbonated beverages around, like in some countries in Europe. I know, like Eastern Germany has a couple.
It's a bit like root beer you talked about.
Yeah, almost, but root beer doesn't have malted barley and hops.
No. Yeah.
That's made from like a sugar syrup with roots.
Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about root beer. So.
Yeah, and then it has to have like sarsaparilla and a few specific things to be authentic root beer. But
yeah.
So this is kind of like, I think it's almost like we have Videl in Denmark, because that's also sweetened.
Or Nisser.
Yeah, but it's sweetened, and I think it's licorice sometimes they put in, and also candy sugar and stuff like that. But it's usually alcoholic. I don't think I've ever seen like a completely non-alcoholic Nisser.
No.
It's usually like 1.9 or 1% of ABV, but in Sweden they do this, so we thought we'd try them. And the calendar this year was just nuts. What was your favorite beer of the calendar? You can go first, Brett, whilst I get us some
well, regards of grades, it was probably the DHOP 5, because that was the one you rated the highest. So yeah, but I can't really remember the last 6 to 7 beers, like how they really
actually
tasted.
were.
I remember drinking them, but I can't tell you what they were like.
No.
So yeah, probably the DHOP 5, or maybe in the situation I really liked the side project one because it was so light.
Yeah.
After all the heavy
Just about
stuff.
to point out that one.
And you and I apparently totally loved the Black Farmhouse Lager.
Yeah, we went nuts about that one.
Actually,
I slightly remember drinking that, but
I don't really.
But you love Farmhouse Lager, so I could see you rate it high.
Yeah.
I still think one of my, even though I didn't rate it the highest, one I would want to revisit and get a couple bottles for Christmas of the most is actually the Samuel Smith Christmas Ale. I thought that was such a great session beer.
Yeah, just to have
I'd love to have a couple bottles of that sitting around for Christmas, but I haven't seen it locally. Did Soon have it?
Yes, I think soon, but maybe it's sold out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it around since, but yeah, that was. But in terms of like the best, I know what Pirate Paradise is like. Or Bourbon Paradise.
Yeah.
So, but in the situation of the calendar, it was not my favorite. Nor was Backwoods Bastard, because at that point I was just blasted. I was Brett this year. I was so drunk. It was like there's so much footage cut out where I'm pretty much just falling asleep because I can't keep my eyes open anymore.
Yeah, but something like Bourbon Paradise with a fresh palate is an amazing beer.
But otherwise, one like Wild Sinister Kid I thought was amazing too. That was really good. One of the best ones. And I also really enjoyed the Schlenkerla Eiche. But that's because I love Austria. But
one of the things Brett and I talked about after shooting the calendar was the vast variety, all the different genres represented in the calendar.
Really
that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was fun that we had such a big mix of styles.
We talked about we barely had two of the same style.
Nothing like twice in a row of the same kind of thing.
And we didn't even plan that.
No,
it just happened.
It just happened.
I think it's just because all of us have gotten to a point where we've tried our shares of IPAs, and we know that each of us appreciates other kind of styles.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're getting to that point. And you guys had some amazing comments this year. You notice the squeaky table.
Shout out to the squeaky table.
And just like hilarious, like all you guys loved when Brett turned into a woman for some reason, which was
Actually,
it was funny. At one point, we just all reached the peak of stupidity drunkenness, and then we just kind of fell into a hole of we just need to survive.
Yeah. We just need to get through this. But actually, that thing with the Indian was a reference to a roomie I had. I lived with an Indian,
right.
and he always talked about how ripe and fresh his, not the banana down there, but his, yeah. So he was like, "Ooh, this banana is so ripe." So I just made fun of that. So it's kind of a reference to that. Yeah. And then instead, because of the doll, I sounded like a woman because the doll was a woman. Yeah.
Well, to each of you guys who celebrate Christmas on the 25th, have a Merry Christmas, and let's try some Swedish julmust courtesy of Johan in Sweden. So thanks, Johan. This one is from Nyckelbryggery. And yeah, they're non-alcoholic, so it smells weird.
It smells a bit like raspberry soda.
Yeah, but I'm also, to me,
it reminds me of some drink I can't really put my finger on. Some
Hindbärros.
No, but it's sweet. It has like it smells like really sweet wort. Like wort that you pour in sugar. Almost.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it has that words and like cherry cola.
It's almost like wine gums.
Yeah.
Vingummi
but also like cherry cola.
Yeah.
Slightly Dr. Pepper-ish.
It's almost like a Swedish attempt at making something like a fruit beer type thing.
Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers, Johan. God jul! Merry Christmas!
Well, it's actually not crazy sweet.
No.
That's pretty nice. That's not so sweet.
This is quite a different soft drink. It's no way near like what we get in Denmark for Christmas as for soft drinks. I know they have julebrugs in Norway too, which is also like a special soda for Christmas. But yeah, take a cookie. Cheers.
I find that it's slightly undercarbonated to my taste.
Yeah. This smells really good. Lots of
that might just, and they're all homemade. My mom's boyfriend made these, and my dad's girlfriend made these. I think that helped too. Homemade Christmas cookies. Brunkager, vaniljekrans, and these are some different Swedish ones, but I don't remember.
Given the Christmas calendar, we should do like this.
We talked about
that question.
Yeah, we talked about the cookies, these cookies in the calendar.
If you love wonka, you should try these because this is kind of like a wonka with a little bit of orange and then also chocolate on top.
But it wasn't.
Yeah, but this is like a Swedish some kind of cake. I can't remember the name. Well, yeah.
These are some good vaniljekrans.
Right. So this is the Salins Bryggeri Egnas Julmust Dalamust. Whatever that means. And we're probably butchering all these pronunciations. Wow, that sounds much more carbonated. But it's,
It is much more carbonated.
Yeah, this is more like a real soda, like all fizzy. But the thing is, like, real soda doesn't have a head, per se. I mean, this does, well, when you kind of pour it, it does, I guess, but...
Yeah.
Let's see how this one is. Julmust from Salins.
And what was the difference here?
It's just a different brewery. It
smells very much the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
Yeah.
This is like this weird kind of gummy candy thing.
Yeah, and like
but
cherry
also,
cola.
Yeah. But this is more soda-like because it's really carbonated.
Yeah.
Almost like vanilla-esque flavor to it as well.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same level of sweetness as the first one, I think.
Yeah, but the carbonation gives it a bit of...
Yeah, it lifts it a bit.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it as heavy to drink.
Mm.
Even though I wouldn't say it's really heavy. But this is actually the best pairing. The vaniljekrans.
Yeah.
It's nothing like our, Vidul or Nisul.
No, very far from that.
Yeah, but what will be fun is this barrel age. So it's a soda they put in barrels, and this one says it's been aged in barrels for 6 months. How do they filter out the alcohol, or I don't know. This one is aged in barrels for 4 years.
Is it? Wow. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Insane.
Should we go 4 years or 6 months first?
Okay, so the sugar content is a bit higher on this one.
Should we go 6 years or 4 years to 6 months first? Cognac or whiskey?
Let's go with this one first because it seems like this one will be the heaviest.
The heaviest barrel-aged soda. It's so weird.
Yeah, I've never had
Nothing
barrel-aged
else.
soda
It's the
before.
first.
Yeah. I've had it before. Johan sent these, or something similar to this, some different variants. A few years ago, I did a video with like Swedish treats because he sent Swedish treats and then julmust to like a tasting. People loved the video. It got loads of views because I think a lot of Swedes found it nostalgic. But that was julmust in 750s cork and cage. That was ancient barrels. I think it was actually for this one from Nykåra.
Shit.
And this is made by Spendrups, one of the Sweden's biggest like craft breweries. Yeah. It smells like wood, at least. I don't know if it smells like whiskey, but it smells like wood.
Yeah.
That's weird. Barrel-aged soda.
Yeah, but it's definitely different from the first one. It's more like it has more like a woody,
Maybe there's
nutty kind of thing.
Gravy cognac thing.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, and raisiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as sweet, it seems. Maybe it's because of the dryness of wood.
Yeah.
But from like the label, it looks like it contains more sugar, but the barrel maybe cuts it a bit out so that it doesn't seem as sweet.
It dries more out on the palate.
Yeah. Whew, I'm getting a bit of a sugar rush from this.
What? Okay, that was all.
So this one has the highest sugar content of.
And the one that's aged for 4 years in a whiskey barrel, it is from Hammars Brewery. This is released in 2016, so it's a vintage julmust. He's had in the cellar, maybe. No, it's released in 2020.
Released in 2020, but it's sat in the barrel since 16.
And it's made in collaboration with Berglagens Distillery. Okay,
Maybe
interesting.
that's where they get the whiskey barrels from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, this one is
yes.
really woody.
Yeah.
Like it's like smells like old wood almost.
Like even denser than that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and almost like tarry.
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tarry or just like really burnt wood, but also the color seems
Tarry cherries or something and raisins.
Pitch black.
Let's try this one. Cheers, Johan. Thanks for sharing some goodness with us. Cheers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Even more full-bodied.
This is the best one, I think.
Ooh, and that's
For
the
sure.
tar.
Like, it's tarry. It's more of an adult's soda, if you could say like it's soda for adults.
Yeah.
Because it's much more barrel tasting, like,
And it's,
like
al-
very
it's also
charming.
more slutty than a normal soda.
Yeah, much
it's
more
got-
body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's my favorite of the bunch, but yeah, different soda for sure. So if you're ever in Sweden, this would be something to check out if you're there around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because we don't have this in Denmark. We should have maybe had a small Nissud on the side
Yeah.
just to showcase Denmark. But now we had these, we had enough beverage for this video. But thanks a ton for tuning into the Christmas calendar this year, guys.
Enough sugar at least.
Yeah, and thanks a ton to Johan for supplying these julmust. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as you did last year, even though we were a bit more drunk this year. We're definitely going to do it again next year.
At least it's your view.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do it again next year. Well, we also
Well,
drank more
we-
aquavit than you.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the big sinners for us too.
Yeah, and you drank an extra.
sure.
Yeah,
One
we
extra
drank
as
an
the
extra.
first one.
Yeah, because we did it, the camera shut off or whatever. But yeah, we're doing it next year. We're gonna try and change things up. If you guys have any suggestions for the calendar you'd like to see, some
Next
fun
year.
things you want us to do, or maybe you have a beer you want in the calendar specifically, or you want to sponsor a beer for the calendar, if you have something in your cellar you want us to try, let us know, and we can see if we can figure something out. It's a year in advance, so we have plenty of time to plan it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, throughout the rest of the year, we have some reviews coming up. Throughout the year, a very special review Brett and I's shot is coming up. There's a couple more Christmas beers outside of the calendar that I got
Hopefully
sent. That's gonna be shared.
festivals, maybe beer trips in the new year.
Yeah, hopefully. And of course, also the top 10 best beer will be early in the new year as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed the calendar. Have a great Christmas and a great New Year and a great like finishing off 2020 in a nice way, not just with all this COVID sadness that's going on. But yeah, cheers and thanks a ton for tuning in. And we're gonna see you guys in another beer review, but also next year in the Master Hoppets Grand Christmas Calendar 2021 edition. Cheers.
Eller livet.